Lily gave birth to 4 babies at once, only to discover there was still one more inside her. Hansen was overjoyed to see the last-born baby boy. He snatched the child away and promptly drove the weakened Lily out of the house. He felt no remorse, even letting out a triumphant laugh. Lily, carrying her children, wandered aimlessly through the streets until she found an uninhabited old house and pushed the door open. The sight that met her eyes made her freeze. The interior was utterly dilapidated. She laid the babies one by one on a dilapidated bed. Before she could plan her next move, her foot stepped on a doll. A nearby iron nail caught her attention. A spark of inspiration struck her. She took off her diamond ring and struck the nail with the diamond. The sparks that flew off successfully ignited some scraps of cloth. She looked around and, noticing a fireplace in the room, cleared away the rubble and debris inside. The effort left her, fresh from childbirth, sweating profusely, but the fireplace finally kindled a warm flame. As she warmed herself by the fire, the sight of the ring on her finger felt increasingly ironic. She simply pulled it off and threw it into the flames. Just then, a spider descended from the ceiling. Looking at the spider webs filling the room, Lily suddenly had an idea. She gathered spider silk, twisting it by hand into fine thread, and soon had accumulated a small ball of yarn. Next, she found a metal piece on her clothing, bent it into a makeshift crochet hook, and began knitting with deft familiarity. Soon, a small blanket was finished. She covered the children with it but still felt the cold biting into her. So, she knitted herself a sweater, put it on, and finally let out a long sigh of relief. Noticing the blanket had slipped a little, Lily carefully tucked it back around the children. Then, stealing her resolve, she returned once more to that home. Peering through the window, she saw Hansen sound asleep on the sofa, while the baby nearby cried its heart out. The scene made her heart ache as if pierced. She quietly entered the house, took the baby, placed the doll she had found earlier into the crib, and turned to leave without a sound. When Hansen woke up, he glanced at the crib. Seeing the baby still there, he went back to sleep reassured. A year later, Lily opened a small shop using her knitting skills. Not only did she earn money, but she also raised all 5 children healthy